is to break down what I'm calling, and it's kind of catching off, is MAGNUM Ned head. So a Ned head, just so everybody kind of knows what it is, I'm sure most of you guys know, but the standard Ned head is like a little, you know, Z-Man makes the plastic part of it and the head part of it. It's a real, yeah, like the turd, the TRD, we all call it, nickname it the turd. It's a real little, I don't know exactly, 2 inch, 2.5, I don't know. Right, and it's real small, real narrow, real slim design on it. Kind of a mushroom head on the jig head with a really, really tiny little, tiny hook. Like I'm talking salmon egg type, tiny little hook. But it's pretty cool. It gets some bites. Like when things are bad, when things are tough, when there's a lot of pressure, you know, it's a 6-pound line type deal, but it gets a lot of bites. Like there's no two ways about it. You can't deny it. It gets a lot of bites. But one of my biggest things was, and how this whole MAGNUM Ned head thing kind of got started, was not only was it getting me some bites, but dang, I was getting some big bites on it. Smallmouth and largemouth both. Getting some big bites on it, but I was losing them. And some of it was, you know, maybe getting excited, pulling a little bit too hard. Some of it might have been, you know, when I first started throwing it, having it on 10-pound line instead of 6-pound line. But in my head, I thought a lot of it was that damn salmon egg hook. Like I'm serious, the gap in that hook that they sell in the package for the regular Ned Rig is about that wide. Like, and it's just, there's just not, and the way my mind works, there's not enough bite in that hook to be able to really get in there and get something. But then again, this neat little package that is the Ned Rig and the beauty of the Ned Rig, you can't put a great big hook in it. Like if you put a regular 1/8 or 3/16 ounce shaky head hook in it, it looks terrible. It looks like it sticks out this far from the worm, like it just, and it doesn't glide and it doesn't fall right anymore. And so I knew there was something there, but I was mad at it because every time I got a big bite, not every time, but even if 1 or 2 times is 1 or 2 times too many, whether you're making a living, you know, fishing, or whether you only get 1 day a month to go fishing, you don't want to hook a 5-pound smallmouth or a 5-pound largemouth and have him go out there, jump and come off. That's just, we're out there to get him in, hold him up, make our buddy take a picture of it, and then rib him all day about it because you caught a 5-pounder and he didn't. I mean, that's kind of what it's all about, right? So, but anyway, so what I thought was to design something a little bit different. And here's basically what I came up with. So here is my MAGNUM Ned head. As you can see, it's got a keeper on it. It's also got a weed guard on it. If you're in some place where there's not a whole lot of cover at all, I put the weed guard on it purposely because you can cut it off. You don't have to fish with it on there. If you're fishing someplace where there's just no cover at all, if you're fishing sand flats, kind of like what Seth was talking about, chasing those, you know, those big smallmouth out on a sand flat, you know, and you're firing out in front of them, you don't need that. Cut that thing off. Everybody's got a pair of scissors in their boat. But if you're throwing it around where there's a little bit of grass or a little bit of wood or maybe some brush piles or something, leave it on there. So that's why I put the weed guard on it. There's a little keeper on there. But the real deal about this thing is the size of the hook. So the hook you see on the left is a standard 3/0, you know, just round bend hook. When I'm fishing in real heavy cover, I'll use that, you know, with the same little bait. I'll use that, but basically in this picture, what that's there for is just to give you a little bit of an idea of the size of the hook. And I wish, just for showing you guys about the MAGNUM Ned head, I wish I would have had one of the little regular Ned heads to put in comparison with that, but I threw them all away once I came out with this. So, but if you had it in conjunction with that, you can see that regular 3/0 worm hook, and then my MAGNUM Ned head, you can see that the hook, the gap of the hook, obviously the length of the shank, but the gap of the hook is a little bit smaller, but not a whole lot. Well, if we still had the regular Ned head up there, you would see that it's considerably smaller on the gap. So basically what I did is...
Welcome to Bass University TV, an online video training course where you'll learn champion bass fishing techniques from pro anglers Pete Glusek, Mike Iaconelli, and their talented special guests. From on the water to in the classroom, you'll learn sound techniques and strong fundamental bass fishing skills. Watch hours of video content on multiple topics at your own pace for a low monthly fee. Cancel at any time. Information is power in the sport of fishing, so learn from the very best. Subscribe to Bass University TV today.